Hi you guys, this is Allison hanging out in my space to craft, and I just finished a fun page using this Mind's Eye travel paper from long ago, and of course now it's time to use up some of the scraps to make a card. So I have a cream card base. Because this is a cream background, I thought that would look better than the blue. I had to go stash diving because this was not big enough to be a matte. So I pulled out this really dark navy. It's already trimmed, a 1/4 inch smaller than the card base. I then cut a piece of this paper, and on the scrapbook layout, I had fussy cut these and use them on the layout. I'm not sure I want to do that, but I might be able to get 2 cards out of this if I don't fussy cut anymore. So I'll make one with you, and then I might make a second just to have. So I think that's really pretty. Then I was looking at putting another block down and using and stamping on this paper. But I feel like it covers up too much of the pretty pattern paper. So I think instead I'm going to cut this out and use, I was thinking about also making some sort of square or circle element that this could fit in, but again, it's just going to cover up so much of the page. And I like to keep these cards that I make with my scraps relatively simple so that they're quick to do, and I really want to show this pretty paper. So I'm not going to do that. Instead I'm going to cut another piece of, and this is about the right size, another piece of cardstock, and just do a 2-layered happy birthday. And then I'll embellish it with some gold, I think, probably. So let me go cut these out, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I sped this part up just because it takes me a little time to weed this die cut out. It's still got a couple of spots in it that don't cut super clean. That's what I get for buying an inexpensive die cut. I need to stop trying to find bargains and just invest in the good ones. Anyway, so it's about to come out. The first one, I tore it all to shreds. And so for this one, I changed my sandwich a little bit, made it a little bit tighter in the machine, and it did cut better. It was also different paper. And this one does come out at least clean. I was just trying to be real careful with it as I pulled this out. Comment below if you guys have similar instances of struggles. So I get it cleaned out and then glue it onto the paper. And I always say this, I never remember when I'm die cutting to put it on the scrapbook.com adhesive sheets. I need to remember to do that. because it would make it a lot easier instead of having to glue this. But with the fine tip glue, it's really not too bad. And this one's pretty easy to get placed down. So then I'm using art glitter glue to stick everything down. I just love this My Mind's Eye paper. So pretty. And here I'm just looking at, do I want to add another strip on there? I was feeling like it was a little plain. I end up not. I auditioned several different things on there. Right now I'm looking for, maybe I have a piece of ribbon that would match. And I won't say give up, but I decide against it. The green is not quite right with it. And so I end up not using it and just keeping it pretty simple. And I do like simple cards. I mean, the super fancy cards are really fun, but I'm just, I like these simple cards, especially when I'm just trying to use up my scraps and get something done. So real world card making, if you will. So I go digging into my newly organized buttons and brads, and I do pull out, I'm looking at sequins. Do I want sequins on there? Maybe. It doesn't really go with the feel of the paper though. So right behind me, I have a desk, and in there I have put my buttons and brads, which you should be seeing a post soon where I was sorting those out a little bit and trying to move things around between containers. So I found these two buttons that are sort of the same red as those flowers, and I have a piece of thread that I've used on a couple of scrapbook pages, twine, if you will, and I feed those through and then tie them in a little knot, because I always think it kind of looks a little strange to have buttons on there without anything through the holes. So I do that and then use glue dots to adhere them down to the card. So this takes me a little while. And we're about to go back into real time. It's still a little bit quiet. I wasn't talking a lot. I was kind of focused. But please like and subscribe, you guys. All right, that's going to be cute. We're going to pop this up. All right, you guys, sorry that took longer than I anticipated with the cutting issues. But there we have another card, and even though it's floral, it's not too feminine. I think it could be a masculine card too. Here we go. We'll let those buttons dry. Thanks a lot, you guys.